Mercedes has revealed its most powerful car ever. It's based on the AMG GT and it's called the Black Series. It's faster, meaner and more exclusive than any other AMG. And here are the carwow top 10 things you need to know about it. The new Black Series borrows loads of aero bits from the Mercedes GT3 racing car, so it looks way more aggressive than the regular GT. The front grille is absolutely massive and you get loads more air intakes funneling air into the engine, brakes and radiator. The bonnet and front wings have more holes in them than a piece of Swiss cheese, and the Black Series gets some massive vents behind the front wheels to suck hot air away from the engine and brakes. Things get even mad around the back. Just check out that wing. It looks like AMG couldn't decide what type of spoiler to use, so they just fitted all of them. The bumper is wider than the standard car too, but the Black Series 4 exhaust pipes look a bit conventional. I kind of preferred the weird triple exhaust setup you get on an AMG GTR Pro, to tell you the truth. Anyway, what do you think? Do you like the look of the new AMG GT Black Series, or do you think Mercedes has lost the plot? Let me know in the comments. The new AMG GT Black Series uses a similar 4-litre twin-turbo V8 to the regular GT, but it's been given loads of upgrades. So many, in fact, that AMG's given it a new name. It's now called the M178LS2 engine, in case you're a total Mercedes fanboy. Changes include a flat plane crank instead of a cross plane one like the regular AMG GT. Basically, this means the parts of the crank that the pistons are attached to are separated by 180 degrees instead of 90 degrees. This means the engine doesn't produce as much low-down torque, but it does love to rev and makes more top-end power. The Black Series also has bigger compressor wheels in its turbos than the standard GT, and it gets a set of larger intercoolers, new exhaust manifolds and new camshafts too. All this helps it produce 730 horsepower and 800 Nm of torque. It is the most powerful V8 engine AMG has ever put into a road car. The new AMG GT Black Series doesn't just get a load of bonkers wings and splitters to look cool. Oh no. These actually use tech borrowed from the AMG GT3 racing cars to produce actual meaningful downforce. If you're handy with a spanner, you can manually adjust the angle of the front splitter from street setting to a more aggressive race angle. This splitter even lowers itself slightly at high speed to produce even more downforce to help you stick to the road in fast corners. The rear wing is also adjustable, only this time it can be done manually or electronically. You can tweak the angle of the whole wing if you want, but there's also a centre section that can lift itself up automatically by up to 20 degrees while you're driving. In the most hardcore, master driving mode, this flap stays up until you hit 155 miles an hour. Go any faster and it hunkers down to reduce drag. Hit the brakes or suddenly turn the wheel and it'll pop back up to give you more downforce. It's all clever stuff. All these aero bits work together to produce 400 kilograms of downforce at 155 miles an hour. That's like carrying a large calf on your roof. The new AMG GT Black Series will do 0 to 60 miles an hour in less than 3.2 seconds. That's exactly the same as the AMG GT63S 4-door, and that has 4-wheel drive, whereas the Black Series is just rear-wheel drive. I reckon it's even more amazing that the Black Series will do 0 to 120 miles an hour in less than 9 seconds. If you can find a racetrack with a long enough straight, or you're feeling particularly brave on the Autobahn, the AMG GT Black Series will max out at a whopping 202 miles an hour. The AMG GT Black Series gets similar racing car suspension to the AMG GTR Pro, so you can manually adjust lots of the suspension geometry to suit whichever racetrack you happen to be at. Although I'd probably just leave that tinkering to engineers who know what they're doing, otherwise it might just cock everything up. Thankfully though, Mercedes gives you adaptive dampers as standard, so at the press of a button in the cockpit you can choose from Comfort, Sport and Sport Plus settings. Sport Plus is really only designed to be used on racetracks, but it has a clever feature that can measure the smoothness of the track surface and tweak its settings to maximise grip. You don't get some ordinary adjustable traction control in the AMG GT Black Series. Oh no, you get a special 9-stage system fitted straight from the AMG GT3 race car. This works completely separately to the car's ESP system, so you can precisely control how much wheel slip you want without the brakes getting involved like they do in a regular GT. This is the same system that you get on the AMG GTR Pro, and the best bit is that it comes with a special orange dial right in the middle of the dashboard, so you don't have to go fiddling through some on-screen menus when you fancy some spur-of-the-moment wheel spin. The AMG GT Black Series gets a rear-mounted 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox like the standard GT, but AMG's beefed it up to handle the massive 800 Nm of torque coming from its upgraded engine. They've also made it more responsive and changed the gear ratios slightly to work alongside the new flat-plane V8 engine's different power band. I've always thought that this dual clutch gearbox made the AMG GT a bit of a bugger to launch. It definitely wasn't as easy to get off the line as other cars with Merc's 9-speed box, but AMG's given the new GT Black Series a revamped launch control system. This can use more revs to hurl it off the line than the standard GT, because the Black Series gets some special Pilot Sport Cup 2 RMO tyres as standard. These were specifically developed for the Black Series by Michelin and should be super sticky. AMG's also added some extra cooling to make sure the gearbox doesn't go bang after a few hard launches, so that's good to know. And if you click on the pop-out banner in the top right hand corner of the screen or follow the link below the video, you can watch me drag race an AMG GTR against a Nissan GTR. The AMG GT Black Series gets a similar interior to the other hardcore versions of the GT, like the GTR Pro. So you get a set of really supportive bucket seats as standard, a flat bottom steering wheel, and the same centre console with the buttons laid out to look like the cylinders in a V8 engine. You get a 12-inch driver's display and a 10-inch central infotainment screen as standard. And just like in the GTR Pro, you get special display modes specifically for use on racetracks. You know, G-meters and shift lights to tell you when to change gear, that sort of thing. The AMG GT Black Series also comes with exclusive orange stitching that you don't get on any other AMG GT. And you also get lighter fabric pull loops instead of solid grab handles for the doors. Although how much weight that actually saves, I'm not sure. After all, you could undo all that good work by just having a big burger for lunch. You can get the AMG GT Black Series with an optional track package. This adds a titanium roll bar, 4-point harnesses and a fire extinguisher in the cabin. All stuff that'll keep you safe should the worst happen. However, for some reason Mercedes has decided that you can't get this upgrade in the USA, Canada or China. Now this is because cars in those countries get less sporty seats, which leave more space for your backside, but less room for a roll bar or a 4-point harness. Bad luck, guys. Mercedes hasn't said how much the new AMG GT Black Series will cost, but all Black Series cars are expensive and very exclusive, so you can bet it'll cost significantly more than the £190,000 GTR Pro. But if you're wealthy enough to afford one, it'll probably hold on to its value pretty well over the years. After all, that's exactly what happened with the last Black Series model, the SLS Black. If you want to see more on that car, click on the pop-out banner in the top right hand corner of the screen to watch my in-depth video review. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. Also, let me know what you think of this car in the comments box below. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on so you're alerted when we make a new upload. And if you want to check out our merch, it's in the carousel below the video. Finally, if you're thinking about buying a new car, please go to carwow.co.uk. You can read reviews, watch videos to help you decide which car to buy, and we'll also help you save money on the car's price.